Well, hello, and welcome back. So today, I've been talking a while about wanting to migrate Webi beta onto a completely separate server. Actually, wanting to migrate a lot of things. We've got BNNA up to the point where it's pretty easy for us to add our stuff to it. And let's see, do I need anything? What I want to see if we can get Webi beta running on Alpine. So I'm going to go back to my scripts for BNNA. I'm going to create a new customer for this. And, well, maybe not a new customer, maybe a new customer, maybe not a new customer. I'm not sure. I think actually I'll just put it on under my customer. So give me a second here. I'm going to get logged into BNNA. And I have, let's see. I've got a couple open right now. I can check and see if I can get logged into. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to move beta over to its own independent server and maybe git deploy as well. Git deploy shouldn't be hard to move over to Alpine. The issue would be Node. We do need to get Node Alpine going. I've got an issue on Webi for that, and we might be able to fix some other Webi issues. So we'll see. Anyway, and depending on how I feel, I may start listening to an audiobook or something as well. This, I actually think I want... Let me put this over on a different window, because I've got a few different projects going right now. So I'm just going to throw this over to here, and we'll call that good. There we go. So first thing, I think I want to ping c.bnna.net. That's our main set of customers. And so if I did 1105, that's what Dash's customer is. So if I did dash D1, should see the same thing. Yeah. So I'm going to get logged in over on the other screen to BNNA. For the name server stuff. Let's see my domains. Manage DNS records. Whoops. Let's just see what we have here. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm going to want to do is, let's see, how shall I do this? All right, so we got this one right here. That'll get me into the network. And then I'm gonna check something out real quick. Over here. Oh no, I need to get logged out of that. I gotta figure out where the Webi domains are, because I don't remember off the top of my head. I think I may have got some on... this is fine for the beta. Okay. So I'm going to set up alpha.webinstall.dev. And then we'll transition beta over. So I'm going to copy beta over to alpha, and then we'll do the rename. I want to have, let me see if I just do AJ. All right, what does this give us to? Is this Alpine? Yes, this is Alpine. All right. I want to see if we could turn this into Webi. APK list installs. I wonder if it... Nope, that's not what I wanted. What? That might be listing all of them that are available. I just want to list all that are installed. All right, that makes sense. That does not make sense. It seems to be way too many packages. Yeah, that's not. Interactive. Oh. Dash capital I. Dang, that's a lot of packages in and of itself. Shouldn't be that big, should it? Oof, huge. All right, let's see. NPM. Distro node is a no-no, but I'm going with it. npm config. Let's do this. APK add npm.js. Oops. Or just npm, I guess. All right, then we need to do npm config set prefix to, I think, just npm, right? Right. man-v npm. Wait, what version of Node are we on? Hey, what's up? How's it going? I learned Germ. I think I need to reset my... There we go. Yeah, get that reset. Oh! When I did the stream last time, it looks like I had the wrong bots up. Oh well. Okay. Ah. Let's see. Ah, what am I trying to do here? So I think what I want to do is say test that directory or just exists .npm bin, and let me do it this way. How are you doing, by the way? Let me get out of here. And then try this again. Okay, good. So now I can do sudo apk del npm. And then I should be able to npm install the usual suspects here. Or not. We get logged into the current beta. And then let's see. I will want JSHint and Prettier and Uglify and Fix.json and JSWT. I'll probably want a few more things. That seems like that's the short list. Prettier. Alright, let me try this. Oops. That's weird. Oh, I'm getting some weird issues with screen. Hold on. JSHint 2, Prettier 2. TypeScript 4, Uglify 3, Fix.json 1, JSWT 1. Actually, I'll just Do we have TypeScript at 5 yet? I'll just leave the npm info TypeScript. What version is current? Looks like release candidate is 5, dev latest is 5. Okay. So I'm going to go with that 5. Tech support, what's up? Keep finding you randomly online. I looked up ChatGPT jailbreak scripts and opened up a gist, and when I looked at the name, there you were. I was looking at a self-hostable ngrok alternative, found Telebit. And when I checked out the name, there you were again. Yes. I'm the most unfamous person you know. I create lots of stuff. I write lots of blogs. I have that. Actually, locally, I make a fair amount of friends that way. Like-minded devs that are looking for simple solutions to not impossible problems. All right, so I got all that installed just to see that it would work. One of the problems that I'm going to have with this... Well, if it's Node 18, maybe it won't have that problem. Let's see. We're going to have beta.webinstall.dev. I'm going to go ahead and allow... No, not authorized keys. The reverse. I want to go into beta. Oops. I don't know what that was. Oh, okay. That's fine. I want to go into beta. I want to get my SSH pub key. And we're going to allow old beta to log in to new beta. So we're just going to copy over the key here. And so I'm going to create SSH config. Where are we? Okay. So this is going to be host alpha. Host name aj.1101.c.bnna.net. User is going to be app. We're going to have S client. So, by the way, did Telebit, did it work for you? So here's the secret. I have not touched Telebit in years. I set it up, and every year for about, 4 years now, my New Year's resolution has been, I'm going to add billing to Telebit so that I actually make it a product that sustains itself. And every year something kind of gets in the way. But this year is different. I think that's all we need is sclient %h. Oops. So SSH alpha. Did I get that wrong? Do I need to quote it? Proxy command. Oh, the H is missing from host. Don't know how that happened. Cool. All right, we're there. So then... So we're going to take beta.webinstall.dev and put it over to alpha in the same location. If all goes well, this should work. Our sync is not found over here. Okay. Of course. Well, maybe I could just SCP instead, actually. Oh no, I hate SCP. It always does weird stuff. This will probably work. This will probably work just fine. I'll do it with SCP. -RPV. Epileptic seizure warning. Epileptic seizure warning. See, this is the problem I have with SCP, is it's very difficult to tell. Well, I guess the rules are just different than what I'm used to. And so I have a hard time figuring out when it's going to create a subdirectory or not. And then when you copy everything over, and this is too verbose. I was expecting it to show progress, but this is a little bit wild. All right, let me... Oh, goodness. Oh, that's transferring over about as slow as molasses. Okay. I'm going to try rsync and see if rsync doesn't happen to be faster. Because I think something weird's going on here. Because it should definitely... I think that it's... Well, maybe the V is just too much. Let me just try... like this instead. Okay, there we go. Still, that seems really, really slow. That's pretty painful. Wow. Okay. Let's do take 3 here. Why is that so slow? Alright, we're gonna do... tar cvf beta.webi.tgz, and then I guess this should be cvzf tgz, and then we're going to do -c beta.webinstall.dev. Did I use -c wrong? Create, yes. Change to directory dir. Okay. So why is this a problem? Create, verbose, zip, file. Maybe we need to do the -c first. I don't think so. I'm very confused. Beta.webinstall.dev. It exists. It's got stuff in it. Fine. I'll go into the directory. tar.gz. Oh! I think I know what did it. I think that I need to then specify the / as well. There we go. I'll be interested to see if all of this can run. Okay, cool. So now, let's try our good old friend SCP again. This time, beta.webi.tar.gz alpha. Okay. I think it might be a latency issue. Let's see if we ping. Yeah, latency is pretty high. 28 milliseconds. That's no good. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and del rsync off of here. And then oh. There we go. Cool. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, next step is, can we get it to run? Let's see if watch exec will run. I don't know if we have a muscle build or not. Yeah, we do. Sweet. Okay, so let me see how... I don't remember. It's been a while. So I'm just going to check in etc systemd beta.service. No, I don't think I want to do web install beta. There we go. I'm pretty sure we use watch exec on this. Oh, nodemon. Okay. All right, let's... We can do that here too. npm... So I want to get rid of all the node modules here. I want to get rid of all the node modules. Let's see if I can just do find grep node modules. Yeah. Get rid of the node modules under assets. And then get rid of the node modules. All right. Hey everybody, how's it going? So I am moving a service over from Ubuntu to Alpine. So we'll see how this goes. I'm thinking that it's not going to go. That's my suspicion. I think I'm going to end up having to set it up on another Ubuntu instance. That's not good. Hey, I'm actually really surprised that didn't have any failures for things already. EJS, yeah. I'm not worried about that because we're in complete control over the template. I'm not worried about that because... Was it used in... No way, it's used in body parser, huh? Express. Let's see, well, we could... fix... We can certainly upgrade Express. And then the EJS one, it doesn't affect us because we're not doing dynamic. We're not serving dynamically. That's very controlled, very limited variables. I am interested just to see what the vulnerability looks like. It's so hard to tell when these things are bogus versus when they're actually critical. Wow. That is actually critical. I would love to see... let me see an example of this. So let's see if I understand how this works. Export to render. Alpine because of the smaller footprint? Oh, sorry. Why is this not showing up? Or maybe it did show up and I just didn't see it in time. Yeah. Yeah. With Alpine, we can have images that are single-digit megabytes. That's not what Webi is going to be, or that's not what the beta Webi is going to be, but that's what the production Webi could be. And so I would like to do that. Okay, how is the data gonna come from... Sorry, I don't have project. The thing I'm working on is webinstall.dev, and I'm moving the beta.webinstall.dev over to BNNA, which is a hosting service that Jojo, Ryan, and I run. So there's Webi. So there's a beta.webinstall.dev. Oops. I got that in the wrong place. And so I just want to move the beta over right now. We're eventually going to move everything from DigitalOcean over to BNNA. And we are, if you're interested in the idea behind BNNA is pretty simple and straightforward. It's cloud hosting that's privately owned, that's cheaper by the bunch. So if that is of interest to you, let us know. We are going to be... We thought we would naively... No, not naively, because programmer optimistically, we thought that we'd already be servicing customers, but we've each had things come up in our personal lives that prevented us from getting to the point of being there, so we've each been working on our pieces, and then it just, yeah. It's taking a little longer, but we're getting there. Privately owned? Yeah. So what we mean by that is that we own it. Now, the reason that there are... I think there's maybe 2 privately owned cloud hosts that are popular-ish. And the reason for that is essentially investors lose money for 10 to 20 years on these things. That's we've run the numbers. I've gone in just checking a lot of different things, a lot of different ways, and it comes down to the only way to be profitable is to have some sort of cost advantage on the cost of electricity. So if you live in an area where you can essentially get free energy, or I don't know, if you've got your own nuclear reactor, then I think that would give you a cost advantage in a data center. But it's pretty darn hard because the servers, they get to be really expensive, but the reason that it matters is that the cost of electricity overtakes the cost of the servers pretty quickly, a lot more quickly than you'd think. So with our first setup, we're using servers that are not electrically efficient. If we expand to a second data center, we will have to probably pay 4 times as much for the servers so that we can get ones that are more, that you get more performance per watt. And basically everything gets more expensive. The drives are more expensive, the RAM's more expensive, everything's more expensive. But over the course of years, or maybe even over the course of, it doesn't take very long, depending on the number of servers that you have. If the larger number of servers you have, then the more money you're spending on the servers, but the less time it takes to recoup from the electricity. So electricity, as an individual, I think of electricity as cheap. When I think of cooling my house all summer, relatively speaking, as a programmer, it's a no-brainer expense. I don't even try to conserve electricity. I just want my house nice and comfortable. I want my work shed nice and comfortable. This is my work shed, by the way. So, but when you're looking at it from the perspective of how can I offer something at $5 a month that's really useful to somebody else, electricity matters. Now, another thing we're doing is that my target is for us to be 1/10 the cost of investor-driven cloud hosting. That's not possible. But because the idea is that the pricing should scale. So basically, I've worked it out so that the pricing will hit the sweet spot at around 10 to 20 bucks a month. And that will give you 8 to 16 gigs of RAM. It won't give number of CPU cycles as you would get on another service, but you can chop that up whatever way you want. So you can have 10 different instances with that amount. That's one of the things that's going to be unique from the technical side. Anyway, let me take a second here and see if I can figure out. Okay, rec.query. I don't think this is a problem that we have. I just want to make sure, because there is a spot or two where the page is dynamically generated rather than being read from cache. All right, few options. Oh. So they're using deep parsing. I'm just going to double check that we're not actually using... Oh, heavens. Oh. Okay, no, we're not using it there at that company. Okay, anywhere else? Okay. Yeah, because that actually is a critical vulnerability that is really critical. That is actually critical. That deserves to be called critical. That is essentially a 0 day. Well, maybe not quite a 0 day because you'd have to know something about the hosting service, but kind of could be. If you, supposing that they had that their stuff was open source, and you knew they were using Express, and you could just use some sort of API to go through GitHub and get a list of projects using Express. Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. And to think it's been in there for what, the past 15 years? Just sitting there, just waiting. So I will double check here. Oh, I need to do Webi vim ale. Shall check font. Yeah, I want those two. We already did prettier, right? How does it compete with Hetzner? I don't think it's going to compete with Hetzner, though I've heard, this is probably the third time I've heard about Hetzner. So let's take a look at Hetzner real quick. Hetzner. So, why is Hetzner so buzzy lately? Why are so many people talking about it? Let's see. Is it because it's European and there's not a lot of European hosting solutions? Most of them are American. The AWS, the Google. So cheap shares, managed servers, web hosting, co-location. Because to me, all of this looks fairly expensive. Let's see what they've got here. Although that's nice that they've got ARM64 servers. That's one thing that I've been thinking about is if servers come out that are based on ARM that are less expensive to purchase, they're not $20,000, I could see that giving someone a cost advantage. But with things like Xeon is kind of like ARM. Xeon is not your desktop class processor. It has a lot of stuff removed. Okay. So to me, it seems very old school. There's a lot of stuff that you kind of have to research and look through, or maybe not. Maybe that's not the right way to phrase it. But I don't exactly understand what they're doing, but I don't think that we're competing with them. And obviously, it's just three of us. You know, we're looking to do some stuff locally. I don't think we're going to change the world. I think we're just going to make our lives and the lives of a few other people better. So, okay, this does look really good. This is really, really good. Yeah, I don't think that we can match their pricing. Nope. Can't do it. Yeah, Now, one thing is, I don't know what vCPU means. That's a made-up word, you know? But this right here, oh, this is ARM. That's why it's so much cheaper, I think, maybe. Well, no, because it seems like it would be more expensive because it would be, well, I guess when you're considering power consumption costs, I don't know. I'd have to look into what this is and how much one of these servers costs. So, yeah, shared vCPU. Okay, that makes sense. So basically, with shared vCPU, you can over-provision a lot. RAM, you can over-provision quite a bit. So they might be able to be getting it down that way. You know, maybe they're just over-provisioning everything 50%. And that would probably be fine. Okay, so dedicated vCPU, that is way more expensive. That we can start to compete with. And then x86. Is x86 significantly more or less expensive? It's a little bit more expensive. Okay, so the reason that this might be cheaper, I want to check this out. It may have to do with electricity cost. So the servers might be more expensive. Ampere Ultra. Let's see, rack mount. Yeah, look at that, 128 core. No, that price point's not bad at all. Let's take a look at this again. Okay, that seems like that could be a problem. Only having one gig. Okay, all of that that's pretty cool. Okay. So 128 cores. That's pretty good because that would give you, well, I don't know if ARM does hyperthreading. Because typically what you're going to get is 96 hyperthreads. And so when you get a vCPU, it's often billed as a portion of a hyperthread. Okay, that's way too little RAM. That doesn't make sense. Okay, now, and sticker price is a little bit more. 8 terabytes, 1,000. 400 gigabytes. Yeah, that's weird. Operating system, you don't need to worry about that. Standard basic warranty. Yeah, okay, so now that's not quite, you know, the $4,000 for 128 cores. I'm thinking, wow, that seems pretty decent. And then, but then when you get in here, you can only get 64 gigs of RAM. That's, you know, kind of expensive. I don't know how much you can put in total. So I don't know. I don't know how they're doing that. Because if you think about it, $10,000, $20 a month. When are you gonna make back $10,000 at $20 a month? You know, if you're $20 a month, you can have 4 of those, right? So $100 a month. That'd take you 10 years to make that back. If you're, you know, if you're just saying we're gonna max out the CPU and the RAM, and storage space, you don't generally have to worry about much, and there's ways to get that cheaper and do the block storage and stuff. But yeah, if you're running, it just 10 years is a long play. So anyway, they have servers in Oregon and Virginia. That sounds good. Scroll up a bit and click USA. I guess I should have done that a long time ago, huh? Scroll up a bit. Click USA. Okay. Wait, I clicked USA. Show it to me in dollars, baby. And then, and is GmbH, is that a privately owned company? I don't know what that means. But yeah, that seems pretty unbeatable. If they streamlined their experience a little more, maybe came out with some sub-brands, I think, well, if all they're trying to do is compete against AWS, they've got the worst UX in the entire world. So anything is better than that. A CLI tool would be far, well, AWS does have a, anyway, whatever. Hey, Johannes, what's up? Self-builds all their servers. That's probably why they can get them cheaper. Okay, so they could get this cheaper, but from what I've looked at, now I'm not experienced enough to know all the right channels to go through, but from what I've looked at, it is not cheaper to build a server your own if you're doing rack mount servers. Can you select multiple RAM? Not on that list, I couldn't. I went over here. It says max quantity 16 DIMMs. So that doesn't make sense here. So I guess what we could say is, oh, sorry. I did not see that. Okay, now that makes more sense. Thank you for pointing that out. Sorry for the stupid. Okay. Okay, see, in my, I don't know if I have an excuse. I just didn't notice it. No, I just didn't notice it. Okay. Oh, this is one. This isn't the configuration. Okay, so if we wanted to go, what's the cheapo? Let's go with the cheapo here. 2.5 inch. Because that's 8 terabytes is kind of expensive. But if you went with half of a terabyte, and then you got 16 of them, now you can only get 6. No, that's not going to work out. Because then you're only getting 3 terabytes. So, about 24 terabytes. By the way, storage, you have to divide by 3. So if you get, this would be 8 terabytes of usable storage, depending on how you configure it. But this one's weird, because it seems like you would want 10 gig. Maybe do they have 10 gig? Ah, that's where the 10 gig is. Okay, so here's your 100 gig, your 25 gig, and your 100 gig. Okay, got it. I see what they're doing. Okay, so that's going to give you 8 25 gig ports. This is going to give you 16 100 gig. And that's going to give you a total of 3200 gig. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. That seems like that's the... Or was it Gen 4 X? Oh no, X8 refers to the bus speed. Yes, so definitely would want... It would totally be worth the $280 for the dual 100 gig. Okay, cool. And the 25 gig that'd probably be all right too. All right, okay. So I can start to see how this, for how souped up this is, this actually seems like a decent price. $13,000, but it's pretty beefy. Okay. All right. GmbH is like an LLC. The cloud dashboard is better than their website. That's good to know. What's up, NS? Thanks for that tip, by the way. Thanks for pointing out the obvious on my screen. They come from dedicated hosting and building on the cloud. Besides that, they already have a lot of infrastructure. Dedicated root servers, not only hosting. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. Well, I'm glad that y'all pointed this out again and got me to look at it again, because this time I came across different things. Before, when I was looking at their site, I basically just kind of came to this and I thought, oh, that's good too if these are dedicated. Or is it, I don't actually, where am I? This is dedicated. This says it's dedicated. That does seem, yeah, that seems pretty good. We need more of this. For sure. With BNNA, we want to provide more of an experience that's kind of in between Heroku and DigitalOcean. But like I said, I don't know. I think Webi in of itself has more potential overall. Well, potential is a strong word. Webi is the most important project that Ryan and I have. Okay, so NodeMon. Do I want to do NodeMon? NPM Road and NodeMon. NPX? I think there was some reason I couldn't do NPX NodeMon. Hey, thanks for the follow, Hackstron. They're in Germany, which is great for GDPR, dependent on how you interpret it. It blocks all US services, even AWS with their EU locations, sadly. What? Interesting. Yeah, I think the GDPR is a bunch of crap. It's yeah. Generally speaking, when something needs government regulation, by the time the government steps in, the government is too late and doing it wrong. And GDPR is just, it's obnoxious. I don't believe that it actually helps anyone's privacy in the slightest degree. It's just obnoxious. Because everybody's going to do what they got to do anyway, or it's just going to kill small business. If you wanted to concentrate power among the wealthy, and that might very well be the goal of the GDPR, is to make sure that only the wealthy can have an online business, then excellent job. And I'm serious. It may be that the purpose of GDPR is to make sure that small businesses can't have an online presence, to concentrate power and wealth, to promote socialism. So interesting. I took a hibiscus tea and a cinnamon tea and I mixed them together in precisely the wrong proportions. Meaning that I used the hibiscus as the base and I added the cinnamon. And it is so strange. If I had gone the other way, started with the cinnamon tea as a base and added a little bit of the hibiscus, I think it could have had a really nice accent to it. But this is so weird. It makes me cringe every time I drink it. I not because it's bad, just because I don't know why. Hey, Hackstron, new here. Well, welcome. As far as I'm aware, it conflicts with U.S. law, where U.S. companies are forced to give data to the U.S. government, even from non-U.S. customers, which results in data processing outside of the EU. But don't take that as granted. I'm not an expert. Yeah, I don't know. But I mean that's going to be. I don't know. I don't think that most of the stuff is for helping people. I think that most of it is for concentrating power in different ways. Anyway, did I run? I think I ran npm install, right? So I should be able to go into assets. I need to run the build. Let me go here. Is there a readme? All right, so, oh, this is way outdated. But I think the get sub module init is not. That's, what about assets? Do we have anything in here about assets? This is different. This is not, these are not the droids I'm looking for. Let me look in the bin folder here. There's bin, we've got render. Is that really it? There is, maybe it's just the assets is its own thing. I know that we're relying on some sort of CSS preprocessing nonsense. Assets, scripts, development. Let's try this. Let's see if we can get the... this is the thing I don't think is going to run on Alpine. Oops. No! I hope that's not in his private repo. Alright, I'm going to stop that song because I was getting on my nerves, but it moved on to the next one. Okay, so let's try this then. Let's try npm CI here. Let it give me a bunch of problems. Okay. Do you hunt bug bounty program? What? Have I participated in bug bounty programs? I have not participated in bug bounty programs. I don't believe in that stuff because typically speaking, the bounties are just too minimal. They're so small that it's just not worth it. And then a lot of times the reward is contingent upon you completing the bounty, which, let's say that you figure out how to fix the bug. Well, then you've got to go through at least just as much effort going through the bureaucracy and the PR process, right? So I would rather, in most cases, I would rather get paid hourly. The case where I would not rather get paid hourly is the case where somebody has a clear, well-defined problem that I know that I can complete quickly. I have extremely high confidence that I can complete it quickly. And even then, the couple of times I've taken that on, I've just broken even isn't the right word. Came out about the same as if I was going to do hourly, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. It's really difficult to actually get those things right. And then, yeah, there's just so much more time than just the code. All right, this is what I was afraid of right here. So can we do Webi SAS? I don't know if we can. That's what I thought. Okay, so because we're using SAS, I don't think there's a way for us to do this on Alpine. I am willing to try another thing. So, yeah, it's got to have Python 3. It's got, okay, let's go ahead and do it. APK add. I mean, after we add all of this stuff, we're going to be the same size as the Ubuntu build. So if we have to, but we can get rid of the tools afterwards, I guess. But then you're in the level of complexity of Docker, right? But I'll take it a little bit and see how we go. So what's the build essential for Alpine? What's the equivalent of that? This is just going to be redonkulous. Build base. Okay. Let's try build base and see if that is enough on its own. I think we'll probably also need GCC. Let's try. Let's just see what build base gives us. Yeah, it's got GCC already. See, look, now we're up at 402 megabytes. But at least it was fast, right? What's up? Utarak. Oh, wait, no, sorry, I added a little too many syllables in there. Utarak. Utah Tark? Tarkened? This deprecation notice actually needs to be gotten rid of. Okay, what is this? Missing parentheses to print. Uh-oh. What? Hold on. Might just need to install the latest version of Node SAS. Oh, heaven help me. My advice to every front-end developer is just learn CSS. Just imagine the carbon emissions we could save. I think everybody who learns CSS, they should get a carbon credit. I use CSS to fight global warming. Here we go. Here's the tweet. There you go. Everyone who uses CSS rather than SAS or whatever else should get a carbon credit tax rebate and a little hero pin for doing their part to save the planet and my sanity. No carbon credits for you, Ryan. None. Oh. Okay. So I don't know. At latest, let's try that instead. Because the thing with npm install is you never know what it's going to do. You never know if it's going to upgrade, or if it's going to downgrade, or if it's going to side grade, or if it's going to no grade. All right, let me get caught up here. Yeah, truth. 404 not found. Uh-oh, Node Sass. There's a Dart Sass available. So, but here's the problem with the Dart Sass. They don't have a muscle build. Let me double check on that. At least they don't have one that Webi detects. What is Dart archive? Dart lang for current work. Okay. I might need to update Webi. Maybe Webi is using some wrong stuff. The Dart SDK, including Dart 2JS core libraries and more. That sounds about right. Let me see what Webi is using for Dart presently. Or what it's using for Sass, Dart Sass. This may be out of date. Dart Sass Muscle. Yeah, see, it doesn't have Alpine builds. They're not doing their part. I need a shirt that says I use CSS to fight global warming. Yes, you do. I always get bugs, need fixing for NPM, and they never fix it. Yeah. So, Node is interesting. Node was a mistake, but it was better than the alternatives. What do we do? Wait, what happened? Oh, good. Yeah, no Alpine support. How's it going, everybody? No! Webpack Beta 20! Oh, gosh. Oh, there's probably so many things. There's probably so many things that this depends on that are npm install Webpack at 5. What are we at? Webpack 2023 yet? Yeah. Wait, why does this say bundle your assets? Shouldn't this say break your builds? I thought wasn't their logo break, or their slogan break your builds? Because they have a major release every 6 days. Oh, good. Oh, good. Yes. Could not resolve. Sass loader. Found node Sass. Needs node Sass 9, but this needs node Sass 4 because it needs Sass loader. Oh. What do we do? But this needs Webpack 4, But this needs Webpack 5. We're screwed. All right, let's try. Let's try SAS loader at latest. Okay, but we can't do that because we need Webpack 5. This is nuts. So this is what's crazy about front-end development is 6 months down the road, a year down the road, you can't build the project. Oh, I was only 88 versions behind on Webpack. Not a big deal. We only have 100 vulnerabilities in the build tooling. Nothing. Nothing to worry about. Optimize CSS assets Webpack plugin. Can we just update this to the latest version? Could not resolve dependency. Let's just try force on this again. Yeah, this is not going to work. I'm going to have to do this on Ubuntu. So that I can get no SAS. It's just yeah, it's because you need the Babel loader and the mini CSS and then I don't know how front-end devs do it. They must start drinking at around 10 a.m. and they just skip the Mountain Dew and go straight to the Jack Daniels. Just coming to work. First 4 to 6 hours is updating dependencies every day. Maybe you get a line or two change in, collect your paycheck, go home. This is so strange. There are two distinctly different flavors. They don't feel like they're mixed together. I don't know how to explain that. Okay. All right. Abort! Abort! I'm giving up. This is not going to work. But moving forward, if it were... I only want to develop software that works on Alpine. In fact, more than that, would be great is if I could only develop software that worked on BSD and Alpine. It has to work on both BSD and Alpine. I just want software that works on the most vanilla operating systems. Maybe vanilla is not the right word. The most base? Okay. Let's try the next thing here. Actually, I am going to go into this one. And then I'm going to see if from this one Can I get into 10.11.1.102? So let me in. Does not. But, hold on, wait. There's more. Oh, right, because if I want to do this way, then I have to... There's a special way I gotta do it. Okay, I'm going to leave that one alone. I'm just going to log in if I could figure... You know, iTerm needs the feature where I search for a terminal. Don't mind the passwords on the screen there. They're just test stuff. Okay. What about this one? These two, they can go away. This one can go away. This one can go away. Ah, here we are. Okay, what did I do wrong there? Oh, duh. Oh, whoops, I'm on the wrong server, that's why. No? Okay. I need to find... Got too many windows open. Oh, here we go. Just gonna see. Actually, what if I just try... What it should be, if I'm not mistaken, is it should have been AJ2, no? Whoops. Okay, let me try this now. Just saying, then I'll check comments again too. Oh, administratively prohibited. Okay, got it. Okay, I don't know what I actually called this thing. Alright, that one's Alpine anyway. So then we have... Alright, we should have an AJ3. One of these I'm pretty sure was Ubuntu. Maybe not. That took a long time to generate. I'm going to guess that a couple of things. One, it's still only root. Nope. Okay, let me go back to... Yeah, this one's all, this should be set up. Ah, indeed it is not. Oh, this was just a test system. I wanted to see if any of these are already Ubuntu before I create yet another one. If I go in this way... What? How dare you? Come on, let me in. Maybe? Hey! Nope, that's still Alpine. I think all of these are Alpine. That's okay. Alright. We're gonna pull out some scripts. Let me get back to my... This is pretty simple. Let me catch up on comments and then I'll make this with the Ubuntu image. Let's see, provision, LXC, do I want to do proxmox create? Let's see, what was the last command I ran? It was this one? So what I want to do instead is Webi. Beta. But I don't want it to be Alpine. So I haven't set this up to be configurable yet. I should, but I haven't. So we will... Oh, okay. This is Ubuntu. All right. So there we go. All right. Okay. Probably spot on. All right, heading out. It's 2 a.m. here. Good night. Catch you on the next stream. Hey, thanks. Later, 404. All right. And then we should be able to do caddy add. And this is going to be 04. Webi beta. Webi beta. All right, cool. So with that done, should be provisioned. So now I should be able to SSH. Let's go ahead and, whoops. I will add a new mabob for myself. And actually, well, no, I'm not going to do that yet. We will set this up to be beta.webinstall.dev. But right now, we're just going to use Webi beta with the customer address because that's pre-set up for itself. All right. Let me go ahead and do Webi beta, but we're going to have to do root because I don't think that image is set up properly yet. Okay, that's weird. Oh, I think I know what it is. Ah, I hit some sort of character combo that changed the screen here. Okay. I think I know what's going on. And I will explain momentarily. So I think that the TLS record, the certificate, may not have been there yet. Because obviously that's working. And if that's working, then this should be working too. So I am a little confused by that. I'm going to check and see, was there anything that went wrong with... Oh... Yes, there is. So I'm going to run that same command again. But I'm going to run it with the right authorization this time. Okay, so now let's give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? Screw you, pal. TLS internal error. Oh, okay. No, that's fine. So this one, first record doesn't look like TLS handshake, is different from TLS internal error. That's probably because it was issuing the certificate, possibly. There we go. Yeah, so it took it 10 seconds to issue the certificate. There we go. And then from here, we can do the add user bit. Ah, right. Alright, SSH. Oh no. Git curl wget fish screen. What's another common one that we're going to need? Maybe zip. Actually, we should just be able to do wget -o -pipe sh. There we go. And then I should be able to use Webi to install other things. Although for this, SSH add user. There we go, that's different. Important, read carefully or get locked out. Be sure that you can log in. Alright, Webi beta. Yep, I logged in. Sweet. Okay, what else? So I can get out of there, and then I can get back into here, just SSH Webi beta. Cool. Get rid of that. sudo apt install -y fish screen get them. I'm going to need curl. And I'm going to need zip. I have no doubt about it. Closing up on 2 hours in. What have we accomplished? Well, that's not true. It's not about the code. It's about the friends we made along the way. Okay. All right, there we are. So let's go back to this system. Let's undo all that. Go back into our SSH config. No, not SSH config, actually. Let's go back into our authorized keys. Wait, where are we? Is this the real beta? I think that's the real beta. I'm a little confused. Oh, no, we did the other way around. That's why. Whoops, not config. That's not what I wanted. Authorized keys, yes. Oh, good. Biggeron's already here. But, you know what we don't have here? beta.rootprojects.org. Okay, so let's try this again. And this time, I'm not going to make the mistake of trying to reinstall NPM. We're going to run node 14 or 16 or whatever it is we have to run. Oh, yes. Fine. Oh, right. And I don't need to put that there anymore because now that's in the config. No, we don't need a... We can go to known host and we get rid of line 50. Oh, weird. Okay. So there we are. The new Webi beta. beta.webinstall.dev. Doing it all over again. XVF. Beta-C. Serve beta. And we're going to do some Webi node at, I think it was 16. It might even be 14. I'm not sure. Cool. It worked. I'm going to call it huge success. Alright, now let's get rid of that because we don't actually want that rendered on beta. I just wanted to see that the rendering process could work. We probably don't... You know, if I think about it... No, I want to be able to build stuff. Alright. Okay, so now what I need... Well... What was that? We did sudo apt update, sudo apt install. Come on. This is my bash history. I just like to have a README on the server that documents what's been done, essentially. And basically, all we've done so far is pub key and copy some stuff. I mean, this is all in the history anyway, but... Okay. Okay, we need... I'm gonna have to change that thing. There's the locale vi Etsy defaults or something like that. Hold on. Etsy defaults locale. It needs to be, whoops. UTF-8, if I'm not mistaken. I want to make sure I get the hyphenation right. I'm just going to search this real quick. ENUS. This is stuff we need to change to the image that this bit is, and also adding a user by default, and just a bunch of other small things. All right, so nodemon, we're going to need to do that. I'll actually just copy this whole thing. And done. All right. So that's done. Oh, and then that. I seriously need to fix this. Vim plugins ale.vim. We just need to change this into a standard letter X. And we just need to change this into standard. There we go. It's because of the UTF-8 thing. Good smonkadoodle. Alright. And then I just need to recreate what we had over here. The old beta. See, this was generated by servicemen. So if we go back in the history long enough... Oh, ouch. No dice. Okay. Alright, local, share, fish history. That's interesting because it says it's generated by servicemen. So I must have run servicemen at some point, right? See if I can intuit how this was done. And basically, npm run nodemon. That was it. That was the extent of it. So this should be... Oops. Serviceman. So it'd be sudo env path equals path. Serviceman system path equals path name web install beta node. Was it in no? npm run nodemon. There we go. Serviceman add name install. Oh, whoops. This would be wrong. Raid! What's up, MC2? Wow! Strager! Long time no see. How you been? Green robot face. Huzzah! Oh, we need a little bit more excitement than that. Sorry, my energy level's a little low. Wrong time to raid. There we go. Is there a guide to adding a package to Webi? Yes. There is a video for it. So if you go to you go to GitHub and you look at basically any issue with a request, and I do want to go through a couple of these. Oh, we got some PRs in, but if you go through, let's see if I just find template. Basically, if you create a new issue and you say new installer, it has a link to the tutorial right there, and it gives you the 1, 2, 3 steps, and then you need to swap out change me. So that's the easiest way to get to it. What are you thinking about adding? The video documentations, it is a little bit out of date, but it's not so out of date that it doesn't work. Because I tell you, here, copy from this thing and then swap out these values. And what you see me doing on the screen, there's a few values that are different, but it's essentially the same thing. One of the things on the roadmap is to be able to heuristically create a Webi installer. So you basically give it a URL to the tarball and then it inspect it. So you could give it, if you could give it a GitHub releases URL, then it could pretty much, we could heuristically just create it, because is this a single binary file, or is this something that contains multiple binary files, possibly libraries, etc.? Is there a man page or is there not? It's very, the decision process is very binary. You're either installing it this way or that way. It's a platform thing like Node or Go or Zig, or it's a tool like RG or SD or WatchExec or whatever. So most things fit into one of a few categories, and I probably should update that template for creating the installer, because I do have in here, if I just search categories of installer, I have something in my paste buffer. I don't know what it is, so let me figure out what that is real quick. That was a typo. Okay, no, that's nothing important. I was just going to put that in the README. Did I put that in the README? Okay, let me get that in the README. This actually should have been, of course, that we go into the serve beta.webinstall.dev directory, or exit 1, and then we do that. So I will do that momentarily. Actually, I'll just do that right now. And then let me copy this link now that I've got that out of my copy buffer. So you can take a look. Webi installer, whoops. Installer type matrix. Yeah. So There's... I could basically take this table, turn it into a Go or a Node program, and then on very rare occasion, we would need to have some sort of custom rules or make a significant edit to what's output. But generally speaking, so okay. A special structure or behavior. These have man pages. Wait, I think this is wrong. The dash stuff shouldn't be in here. That wasn't actually committed. And when it did get committed, but it got committed in a different way. So, anyway. Alright. Now let's see. I did need to change... Do we have a .env file there? We have .env and .secret, so no secret stuff should be here. We do need to have a port for this. Port equals 3080, I think is what it is required to be. So sudo journal, whoops, let's get out of here. So we are moving. Oh, I'm gonna skip this. This music's a little obnoxious. I'm gonna go back to the winds. The wind one was actually really good. The woodwinds tag. I've had it on repeat for a while, but it's good. So here's the woodwinds tag on OC Remix if you're interested. And Ladka, thanks. It is indeed a very cool project. Thank you. So this is what we're going to play now. Quicklint.js. Tell me about Quicklint.js. And is this a Rust tool or a Zig tool? I think I've heard about it. All right, what was I going to do? Okay, plain server, port or 3000. $30.80. How are we doing? All right, so something is fundamentally broken, which is totally fine. Sudo journal control zfoo web install beta. Maybe should have tried npm run start first. Ah, yes. So we need setcap netbind. Setcap. Oh wait, no, we should. Because we're gonna run. We're gonna run plain server. Yeah, we're not gonna use Greenlock for this. Probably have to run trust proxy or something. Okay, so what's the deal here? Why did this not work? Path is path, serviceman add, system, path equals path, name, web install beta, npm run nodemon. Alright, so what's the deal? Workdir is set, node, npm run nodemon. Daemon reload, yada 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 yada. This all looks right to me. Failed to start. Why? Is the path not? Let's see. System. Install beta service. Oh, okay. I see what happened. Add system path equals path. So it would be username would be IDU-in. Okay, now let's take a look at it. Now it's working. Cool. And so that's as it should be. So if we do Webi beta.1101.c.bnna.net. Oops. Oh yeah, okay, cool. And then uh-oh. Why is it breaking? Or is it just it's running slowly because it's having to fetch releases and stuff for the first time, maybe. Alright, let's try this. Okay, cool. Alright, well, with that, so that's kind of, you know, a cheaty way to do it, but I just tarballed it up, put it on the other server, installed the bare minimum, and ran it. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to transfer it over to Alpine, and I also wanted to reinstall everything from scratch, but because Ryan had to use SAS, I hate SAS so much. I'll show you all the tweet that I brought up earlier. Well, the tweet that I made just recently. Let me see. Where did it go? Yeah, this is... right there. Everyone who uses CSS rather than SAS or whatever should get a carbon tax credit rebate and a little hero pin for doing their part to save the planet and my sanity. No carbon credits for you, Ryan. None. Because, I don't know. Just think of the hundreds of thousands of dollars each month you save your company when you use CSS. Think of the teams of employees that you don't need when you use CSS. Anyway, so my point is that I couldn't reinstall this from scratch because it depends on Webpack 5.0.0 beta 20, and then it also depends on Webpack CLI 3, but it also depends on, you know, of course, and that depends on Babel, and then that depends on, and then, you know, because SAS, and so basically, we have deployed Webi from scratch in the past year. I copied it over with a tarball. Okay, let me catch up on the comments there. Sorry, I didn't see those before they went away. I was busy rambling. QuickLearn.js is a JavaScript tool written in C++. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that sounds dangerous. It's an exe and some man pages and license and stuff. I ship pre-built packages for different architectures and platforms. Oh, this is your thing. Okay. All right. But why are you gonna put C++ stuff on my system? It's gonna crash. I'm gonna get viruses. Okay, someone else is working on adding QuickLink.js to Webi, but I wanted better docs for them. Yes. Webi search for servicemen is unsatisfying. It is unsatisfying? Web search for servicemen? Let's see. Servicemen. Indeed, it is unsatisfying. Let's try Linux. If you ask ChatGPT, it will know. ChatGPT knows all about Webi, all sorts of stuff. But servicemen might be a little too generic. Hold on just a second. How do I install and use servicemen? What? What? Okay. So Ryan had shown me a screenshot of... I thought he showed me a screenshot of this. Oh, nice. Business objects. Webi, web intelligence, servicemen. Oh, it's interesting. I feel so shafted. Because Ryan was showing me things where he was asking ChatGPT questions like, how do I install this or how do I do that? And it was coming up with Webi stuff and other of our tools. Yeah, yes. Servicemen is my thing. So SAS, the CASS processor thing, is brokenated because of the various versions. And Ryan said that he migrated it over to Dart SAS, I thought, but maybe he didn't. Anyway. Yeah, I'm being facetious about the tax credit. Nice GitHub embed on your personal site. How do you do that? Do what? GitHub embed on my personal site. What are you talking about? ChatGPT is both so smart and so dumb. I mostly am on the upside. But yeah, well, I mean, I wonder what happens if we were to ask it who is Strager, or because I've asked it about myself and it'll say, you know, I'm a super popular YouTube influencer who's worked at Google, and you know, and it spouts out stuff that's not true, but that is adjacent to the truth. Anyway. Why can it not? Oh, this must be a hairpin gnat thing. I'm not sure. Hairpin gnat is enabled, but obviously... Oh! No, because that's probably... If we look at Etsy hosts, that's why. Because really what we actually don't... Let me get rid of this. I actually don't want this. There we go. Okay, now that works. Sweet. Yeah, a lot. There's probably 10% of the stuff on Webi is my own thing. That number seems about right. GitHub embed on your personal site. git.koolaj6.com. So this is Git is what it is. it's Git. So you can see down here, Git. I would love to decentralize a lot of things on the web, or rather not decentralize, just use the technologies that exist that are already decentralized, but provide them with a lot better user experience. Because if you think email, why is email both dead and alive? Why is email quantum? And the answer is because it's a protocol, so it works with anything, and it's basically the only thing that we have that is platform corporation independent. But why don't we have more things like email? Well, because they're not very profitable, because they're platform and corporation independent. So there's got to be, I'm really hoping that we hit onto something that's interesting and profitable and can be misconstrued as cool and hip so that it can get into some sort of hype machine. Some sort of renaissance of protocol-based development and protocol-based applications. I don't know how it's going to work, because it's counter to the wave. The world is going towards globalization, and globalization is not going to lead towards net happiness. Globalization is going to lead, as it reaches its apex. There are things that are good about globalization, but as it approaches its limit, it's not going to be good. And so at some point, the wave has to hit the wall and then reflect back in the other direction. The pendulum always swings, but it always swings down. In the words of SR-71, the band. Very, very wise. Pendulum swings both ways, but in the end it always swings down. But yeah, I am hopeful that in my lifetime I will see a return to protocols and local enrichment, where the enrichment flows, I don't know if the word flow down would be right, but basically I believe that the world will, communities, not the world, forget the world, because that's the problem with globalization, is it's the whole world. Individual communities will be better as they are more focused on news in that community, business developments in that community, churches, groups, hobby, sports teams in that community. We are better when we are together in a real way, not just a blah, blah, blah way. Yeah, so it's not, and again, Git is not self-hosted Git. There is self-hosted Git, but it's ugly. Git is a GitHub clone. And I believe you can Webi Git, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, you can. I need to go do that. I also need to figure out if I still need my custom patches, because the way that I have the GitHub integration, as you see here, so the sign in with GitHub, the way that integration works, I have some custom patches that I applied a couple years ago, but because of that, I don't update regularly. But I'm just going to go ahead and remove that. But yeah, you can Webi Git to get it installed. And there is a cheat sheet that shows... Oh, and by the way, I would love to... I want to get servicemen working for Alpine. I don't know if I could get servicemen working as a POSIX script or not. I would like that. Obviously not on Windows. But for the Linuxes and Mac, I think that I could have it simplified to the point where it works as a POSIX script. Because, well, the find and replace... No, I wouldn't want to do it as a POSIX script. Because there's too many places where there's conditional logic for putting the strings in the right places. And that's very easy in Go, which is what's written in. But that'd be very difficult in a POSIX script. A bash script, if you will. Okay. Anyway, what I forgot what I was saying. Oh, that I do not have an excellent cheat sheet here. I thought I had a good cheat sheet. Huh. Well, I do have instructions on how to set it up, kind of like how I have it set up somewhere. But I don't remember there. Anyway, so now that we have the web install beta set up. So again, this script here is for BNNA, which is the hosting service that Ryan, Jojo, and I have built and are now building out so that other people can use. But I've got this script, and to do the caddy add, we can actually call this Webi beta. I'm going to call it X for external. And this will be beta.webinstall.dev will be the new host name. It'll retain the IP address because that's the private networking IP address and that's the port that it's available on. But we're going to turn this into an API and have a CLI tool. So basically you'll be able to manage your instances. We'll be able to manage our instances with the CLI tool where we basically say, hey, this domain, point it to this instance. Okay. So just a second while I get logged in. On my other screen, I'm logging into my domain. And I am swapping the CNAME. Okay. And then I'm going to wait 30 seconds or so. And then let's see if I get lucky. I know that it's already cached locally, but it's not cached on the server that this is hitting. So when I run this, beta.webinstall.dev. Okay. Now there's a new beta.webinstall.dev. So now, instead of using the Webi beta, blah, 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 like this, now I should be able to do beta.webinstall.dev like this. Now the funny thing is, it's going to work either way. Maybe I should make sure that it doesn't work either way. So what I'll do to make sure that it doesn't work either way is that we'll go in here and we will do sudo system control stop web install beta. And then we will do disable so that we don't run that one anymore. And then I'll have to get a bunch of other stuff up there. But okay. So I am almost sufficiently convinced that this is working. And the reason I say almost is because this has a static component that I don't think is handled with Caddy. Yeah, it's not being handled, Caddy. So yeah, this is now beta.webinstall.dev on the new service. So that's cool. And let me think. Another nice thing about containers, using LXC, having instances that way, there's so many nice benefits. The being able to, on the fly, adjust RAM, adjust CPU, being able to quickly change the kernel without having a bunch of stuff to install. I really do like the developer ergonomics of the containers via Proxmox. Let's see, I'm going to check this out. Options, start at boot. Oh, whoops. That was not set. That needs to be set. Just checking out some options in the control panel here. Host name. I'll leave that one alone for now. So resources. Cool. Yeah, and this is, I'm giving it 512 megs of RAM. I could probably give it 256 and it would probably be just fine. Probably overkill. Okay. Well, with that, I still want to I want to look at a couple of pull requests. Because we had some people add stuff last week. This one I'm really interested in. Okay. Added share directory to install. Fix simple CPP Hello World program. Just add on changes. Need to test PowerShell script. Cool. I'm going to skip this piece of music here. Let's take a look at this. Oh, there actually are a couple of other things that I need to bring over from beta. One of them is I have a nice little script called GH Review. What did I call it? Not known hosts. Config. Oh, I literally called it Webi Beta again. That's fine. Webi Beta, and that's a good name for it. So I've got a little script called GH Review and then Webi Review. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Okay, and I need to put those in a place. Let's see. What? I'm a little confused here. Okay. So I can do, I'll go into the installers here. I can do Webi Review. Oh, whoops. Let me go ahead and get Pathman. Pathman is another one that I'm pretty sure I can turn into a POSIX script. I definitely, wait, did I change this into, no, I didn't yet. I did this, I got the Pathman add I've done as both a POSIX script and a PowerShell script. And so I've replaced Pathman in Webi. It's no longer a dependency. Okay, and then whatever that was, we're going to do Webi Review. This. Okay. Oh, I am going to need to add myself. All right, so let's take this pub key and this Webi Beta. I need to go to GitHub real quick. And I just need to add this SSH key for myself. Where your profile maybe? Hey, thanks for the follow, Gohaku. I'm going, I can't find, where is it? Under settings? It's under settings. Okay, so I'm under settings. I'm going to SSH and GPG keys. I'm clicking new SSH key. And then for the title, I wish they would just fill this out automatically. It's strange that GitHub hasn't done this yet, but, and I'm doing this on the other screen because I don't want to show all of, I guess they're my public keys, so it shouldn't matter. Hold on 1 second. So this should be 1101. Let's see. So what I was going to say is, in a lot of the interfaces where you paste an SSH key, it automatically gives the host name, the comment at the end of the SSH public key. There's a comment, and it's in the form that looks like an email address. And it is weird to me that GitHub doesn't, when you paste it, doesn't just automatically use that like other things do, because it's obviously what you want. Okay. Now I should be able to run this. Cool. So my little script just sets things up and prints things out for me. Oh. Let me grab, there's probably a number of things that I need. Let's see here. That definitely needs to not be shown. I have to create a new signing key. That's going to be a thing. Okay. So let's get this set up first. I'm going to abort this. We're going to do my git config setup. I could do this with the command line, but I just want to copy and paste it. I also have some other things I want to do. I'm going to do rebase should be the default because we're not living in the 90s. And then GPG pub key. Oh, whoops. Fair enough. I need to choose passphrase. My pub key. So this I need to upload to GitHub as well. It's in the same section as before. So I'm actually still on that same page. New GPG key. And then this one is also going to be same. Okay. And then I need to publish that. Or I guess I don't need to publish it, because I've specifically uploaded it. Git config GPG. There we go. So then I copy and paste these couple of things. And I've already added it. I probably should do the GPG publish. I forget how we do that. I'm going to look that up real quick. No, I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother with that. Okay. So now we go back. Let me, what was it? Git rebase main was what I was doing. And then failed to sign the data. Why? There's a reason that it fails, and I'm trying to remember what it is. GPG. Git config. You solve quantum compression. My screen is blank. Oh, hey, Mana's code. So here's the thing, and I should probably change this, but my resolution is 1440p, and depending on which Twitch client you're using, it won't display 1440p. So people have this problem from time to time, but if they either refresh or change the browser or the app or whatever, then it rights itself. But the reason that you're seeing a blank screen is because the app that you're using does not support 1440p. Because I think Twitch officially only supports 1080p. But I wanted the screen area to be 1080p and then the extra fluff to be the extra bits. And so I chose 1440p. All right. It's been a while since I've done this. I'm going to go look at the cheat sheet for it. Git config GPG. Create a GPG key. There we go. I need to kill the GPG agent and then reload it. Whoops. Okay. And then I need to reconnect the GPG agent. If I restarted this, I think it would work as well. Failed to start agent, configuration error. Alright, now let's try the rebase again. So I'm going to do git rebase abort, git rebase main. Could not execute to do command. Why? Let me try this. Okay. Connect agent. Bye. That one works. I may have to just restart the container to get everything to load again, because I've had this problem in the past where it works, but something gets hung up. So give me a second here. Let's do, we'll get logged back into this. Well, that's weird. That's very strange. Oh, my internet may have just blanked out for a fraction of a second. That does happen from time to time. Anyway, I'm just going to have that reboot. And it only takes a couple seconds to reboot because it's a container. So. That's so strange. I don't know why I'm getting that message. It seems to be something to do with caching. Because then it works afterwards. Also, why am I going through Cloudflare's DNS? I might have set that up for testing something on my local computer and then forgot to change it. Profile. Let's throw this in there. Screen-xrs awesome-sfish. So XRS awesome, X marks the spot, R like a pirate. X, R, spot. And then that's just the name for a screen, so you get thrown into a screen. Okay, what? I think I'm having some network connectivity issues. Am I going in and out at all, or is there any choppiness? Because there's a number of things, at least locally here, that seem a little bit odd. Like the fact that this just froze. Okay, what is going on? What is going on? Hey, CryptoPotter. Is that as in cryptography? What is that for? Okay, I'm really confused right now. I am going to cheat and check on something over here. Might also be... Okay, I have another thought on this. Why is this so slow? Something weird's going on here. Look up. This doesn't make sense. I'm gonna check my local networking settings and see if I've got something wonkadiddle going on. Okay, I am connected to both networks right now. I should probably pick one and stick with it. Which network do I want to be connected to right now? I think I do not want to be connected to this one. Pew! Okay, now I'm only connected to one network. That didn't kill the stream, so good there. Let's see. That didn't make things any better. What? Okay, what am I reading wrong here? So to me, what this sounds like is it's having a DNS issue. That it's trying to go through Cloudflare DNS, which I don't know why it would be going through Cloudflare DNS. It looks like... Did I set that? I might have just set that for testing. Let me go in here. Yeah, it looks like I set that for testing. Okay, so let's not do that then. What? Okay, so for some reason, maybe Cloudflare's having a problem right now? Because the Cloudflare DNS is bugging out. But, and I, like I said, I was doing a bunch of networking stuff the past couple of months, actually. And so I was changing settings back and forth on my, I was just changing stuff around, and 1.1.1.1 is easy to remember. But obviously something is amiss there. Okay, so let's try this one more time with feeling. We're going to get in here. I'm going to abort the rebase. And then I'm going to try this again. What? GPG failed to sign. All right, let me try doing a signature. GPG sign. Okay, now my internet's all weird. Okay, what is going on? Something is very strange with my internet right now. Why is there always something strange with my internet? Why can't it be perfect? Everything's going really slow. Thankfully, I'm not seeing any frame drops. But this is ridiculous. Maybe something's up with my ISP. Or it could be that macOS is trying to force me to restart. I noticed that it does that sometimes. Anyway, we're about to wrap up here. As soon as I just wanted to test this. I might work on it a bit tomorrow. But I need to get my other work in. Sign a file. DNS probe. Yeah, I'm having all sorts of DNS issues. My guess is that something wonky is going on at the ISP level that's affecting port 53 broadly. All right, GPG sign. I should just try to sign anything. All right, so I'm going to try to sign. Let me sign my Webi review file. It worked. So the problem was simply that I needed to run GPG sign so that it would give me the prompt. And I don't know why it didn't give me the prompt. Because normally it would give me the prompt. All right. But the point is, I wanted to test, and I can go into one of those. Let's go into AJ1. Now I have lots of nice places that I can go. Oh, this isn't going to work. It'll run the script, but it's not going to give me working binary. That's okay. Yeah, failed to execute. That's okay. I will actually just go ahead and if I can grab that window where I already had my script open. Let me take a second to find that. Oh, is it right here? Is it one of these? I have too many windows open, in case you can't tell. Looking, not this one, but that's okay. I'm going to get out of there because I don't need that. I'm going to get out of here. Okay, I'm going to close out a few things. I don't know. Some of these I know why I have them open. Some of them I don't. But what I'm looking for... Look at that. Those ones we can leave alone. What I'm looking for is that the window that had the script that I ran just a few minutes ago to create, it's going to take me longer to find this window than it is to just go into the directory and open it up again. I guess I closed it out. Okay, well, or maybe it was right here all along. No. Okay. I'm going to create... Oh, I think I'm no longer connected to chat. I've no longer got music. Everything's failing. See if it'll let me log back into stuff. All right. Well, all right. Well, I'm going to go here in a minute because everything is breaking. Everything is failing to load. I don't know what to do. I would raid. I would carry on the raid, but I seem to, I don't know if I have internet or not. So I can't see any chat. Web pages are no longer loading. Things are coming back. Things are coming back. All right, that loaded. Okay, now that's loading. Let's see if chat loads back up. I'm still going to go in a minute anyway. I wanted a nice environment to try this out in. All right, let's see. Files. Local bin CMake. Does it actually modify that? It seems like it should do one or the other, but not both. Or it might... What it could be doing is it could be setting up a symlink. Alright. Oh, no, chat didn't load. 1, 2, 3, 5. We'll have to test the CMake, the PowerShell. This looks good. Kitware. Cool. Good, this is good. Alright, I'm going to try restarting chat one more time. Okay, now things are back up. So, I have not... If anybody made any chats, I haven't gotten any for 10 minutes or so. And if you've heard me, then you know that. Because maybe it's just 5 minutes. But it is 1:21 a.m., so if my ISP did decide to do some sort of maintenance, that's not a terrible time to do it. Generally speaking. So I don't know what happened, but... okay, cool. And this is 105 now. And again, this is going to be, I think I call this Ubu test. And this is Ubu test dot 1101.c.bnna.net. Okay, looks like network is, well, this may just be because that page wasn't reloaded during the time that things were working. Okay, now it loaded. I'll just skip this one. Go straight on to the next. Okay, Ubu test, Ubu test. Looks like music's playing. Hello and welcome back if you're back. By the way, I have not, today's not one of my energetic days. You know, I'm kind of on and off in terms of, sometimes I've really got, rah, you know, I'm kind of meh tonight. But that aside, if you like what you like, get more if you like. So if you like this, even me in a little bit more chill mode, consider a thumbs up, like, sub, follow, etc. Okay, adding policy ID. All right, looks like it did not complete. What is going on? That's so strange. Now we're back to can't resolve anything. Okay, and now it's working again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call my ISP tomorrow because there's been a few things that have been happening here and there. I don't know. I could actually give them a call right now. They have 24-hour support and somebody actually answers the phone, so that's nice. So here's AJ1. I'm gonna call this Ubu test. Ubu test. Ubu test. And this is going to start out as root. So I'm just going to do root at Ubu test. And again, we're getting this. Yes. Apt updates. Okay. For what I can see, this looks good. Just as I started reviewing it, my internet cut out. Okay. Apt install curl. Also want zip vim screenfish. And I can only remember so many things at a time, but there's a couple of other ones I know I want to. Oh, it's, of course, get. There we go. This seems to be going really slow, too. All right. I am going to look to see if there's anybody that we can raid. I don't think I'm going to make it much further here tonight. But one thing I am going to try to do is... Oh, no, I can't do that either. Ah. Apple removed the ability to read CDs from the operating system. That really upsets me. Thankfully, you can still read Blu-rays. I don't know. It might be able to read a data CD. It can't read audio CDs. Let's see if I can get this to read a data CD. Because I've got an audio book that I want to start listening to tonight. So, and I just bought the new Owl City album. Well, new is a relative term. I think it came out a while ago, and I only found out about it recently. But in any case, I have it. Oh, that's my voice. There it is. What we got? Soulburn's on. So, and PPY is on. And Evan MMO. I don't know who Evan MMO is, but we're going to try that one. And hope that he's an all right fellow. Okay, so one thing I wanted to do was, whoops, webi.sh, SSH, add user. Oh, there we go. So we're creating the app user. And then I also want to do SSH add user CMaker. That's what I'm going to call it. Oh, right, because I need to update this. Okay. There we go. So let's try webi.sh. Oh, sorry. beta.webinstall.dev CMake. There we go. And I just want to make sure that this does in fact run. Probably needs... There we go. Cool. And if I do command-v CMake, there it is. All right, looks good. So works on Linux at least. I should probably also check out on beta for now. If I could only get it to load. So weird. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and give Evan MMO a raid. And I'll come back to this tomorrow. And Hopefully by then, whatever this issue is with the internet is resolved. Very interesting. The established connection is working just fine. New connections are hit or miss. Yeah. Let's end on a high note.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success.
So we got, despite that I can't reach it right now, we've got the new beta site on the new beta server. And I am going to check one more thing. Everything's going up and down, so I don't think it's this. But I just want to make sure that I don't have 2 entries on the DNS record for the site. Oh, yeah, and then it's back up again. Cool. And that. Yeah, I'm going to update this slightly. But I like what he did here. This looks really good. This is primo. All right, so we just need to test on Windows now. Windows computer. I do have a Windows computer that I'll test on tomorrow. All right. Anyway, I keep on saying I'm going to say adios, and then I'm not saying adios. So now I'm going to take a moment to say, again, thank you and adios. But the raid's happening right now. So, yeah. Now.